Hello everybody, welcome back to 𝘿𝙖𝙢𝓼𝓵𝓿. Today we have a new deck for you called the Grizzly Grappler, featuring our Fusion Strike Grimmsnarl with a rare attack doing 100 damage plus 140 more if you have 2 or fewer bench Pokemon. For only 2 Darkness energy, you can attach your single strike energy with your Houndoom, but we are not playing any Houndoom for this deck. We have 0 Houndoom, we are playing instead Raihan Experience Share and only 2 copies of single strike energy, 1 hiding and 7 basic Darkness energy. So we need basic energy for our Experience Share and Raihan to work. That's why we only have 3 copies of special energies in this deck. And the reason we are not playing any Houndooms is because we want to be saving our bench spot for only Meowth and Grimmsnarl. We want to be summoning our stage 2 card, as much of it as we can, as fast as possible, with 4 copies of Mustard, 4 rare candies, and also 1 Morgrem in this deck. So Morgrem allows us to summon it with a level ball and evolve it through a stage 1 evolution. So we have 3 different options to evolve our Grimmsnarl. We want to be bringing out this stage 2 card as many times as we can every single turn, as much of it as possible, so that we get to attack non-stop and do our Experience Share Raihan so that we get to do 240 damage every single turn. Make sure you check your bench Pokemon though, because if you have more than 2 in play, you're only doing 100 damage with this attack. So to help us reduce the number of Pokemon on our bench, we have 3 copies of Scoop Up Net to remove Meowth from the bench, or even replace it with an Impidimp if we already have 2 Pokemons on our bench, so that we get to prepare for a Rare Candy evolution or even a stage 1 evolution on the next turn with a Level Ball. So we're playing 3 copies of Impidimp and 3 Meowths in this deck, no other basic Pokemons. We have 3 Level Ball, 3 Quick Ball, and 1 Great Ball for our basic summon. We have 4 Evolution Incense and 1 Great Ball to get our Grimmsnarl or even Morgrem. So for our Switch cards, we have 3 Scoop Up Net, 1 Bird Keeper, and 1 Hiding Energy. Obviously, hiding doesn't work for Meowth, but it can actually help you save your Grimmsnarl from a knockout if your opponent doesn't get a boss order on their next turn. So to draw cards into our hand, we have our regular support cards, 2 Brunos, 2 Marnie, 4 Research, and 4 Mustards, plus that 1 Bird Keeper. So Mustard is quite difficult to play, as we all know, because you need to empty your hand of all other cards before you get to play this card. So how do we do that? We have our Meowth, but we only get to play 1 Meowth though. We can't actually bench that many. So we have to be very careful with this card, because we are only able to discard 2 cards from our hand with this ability. That means we have to be 1 step ahead all the time, checking to see if we can play a Mustard on the next turn, and preparing the discard now so that we get to empty our hand later without benching another Meowth. Also, we can make use of Scoop Up Net to recycle its ability and help us with the discard. So to help out with the energy cost, we have 2 Raihans and 3 Experience Share in this deck. So initially I had 1 copy of Shopping Center to help us retrieve our tool card and then reattach it to another Pokemon, essentially moving our tool cards around, because that actually allows us to save our tool cards instead of discarding them with a Mustard or Research. You know, you can actually attach it to your Meowth and then retrieve them later with your Shopping Center and then reattach them to your Grimmsnarl on your bench. So it's definitely recommended to have at least 1 Shopping Center in this deck, but I actually prefer to have more tool cards just because I'm allergic to Tool Scrapper. Finally, we have 1 Boss Order and 1 Ordinary Rod to recycle our Pokemon and energy cards so that we get to use Mustard as much times as possible and shuffle back our Grimmsnarl, have it inside the deck to play our Mustard more times. So that's all for the deck list. Let's go for a gameplay. Let's give our opponent the depression of defeat with the Grizzly Grapplers! So let's go for the first one. We're up against a Celebrations coin. Not sure what they're playing. They got a Celebrations box and sleeve. We got Impidimp to start with, that's great. It's better to have Impidimp as the active, because that way we don't have to worry about scooping up for the switch, because we only have 4 switch cards in this deck, and Hiding Energy doesn't work for Meowth. So if you're stuck with Meowth in the active, that's quite bad, because if it's knocked out, you can't use the ability anymore, and we only have 3 to spare. So having 3 copies actually makes it much easier. It's more easier for you to get it as your first active, which is not good because you're going to be stuck in the active spot until you get your Scoop Up Net. But we have 4 Research in this deck though. We have 4 Research to get a good hand, to draw out those switch cards. So they're playing a Mew VMAX. They got the Cramomatic. They're getting Genesect now. 𝘿𝓼𝓼𝓵𝓂 probably. Mew VMAX, very popular with 𝘿𝓼𝓼𝓵. Melodious Echo. So they got 2 Genesects. Quick Ball for another one. I'm pretty sure they're gonna play another VIP pass. Like double VIP pass for a Fusion Strike deck, it's like expected, right? They're supposed to be able to do it. They're supposed to be able to pull off a double VIP on the first turn. And they got Elisa, that's bad. So now they're gonna retreat and attack with 𝘿𝓼𝓼𝓵 on the first bloody turn. Doing Melodious Echo for a knockout. 210 damage. Isn't that crazy? They can actually do 270 damage if they have a Psychic Energy. Sorry, 140 damage. If they have a Psychic Energy in their hand, they can do a base 140 damage. But because they got a Fusion Strike Energy attached, they get to do 210, which is madness. 210 damage first turn for a basic. One prize. Isn't that crazy? That's madness. Insanity. That's overpowered for sure. And I got really frustrated, as you can see. So we got Rare Candy Evolution at least. We're doing Bite. Because Bite actually knocks it out. 120 damage for the weakness. And they gave us a Rose Tower, so we're gonna draw something. We're gonna draw one card. Bruno or Research. We can actually use a Bruno, but it's better just to Research. We don't want to draw back the same cards. We have a lot of supporter cards in this deck, so don't have to worry about discarding a few. We're only discarding one anyways. So now we have to knock out one prize. We have to draw one prize card and sacrifice our Grimmsnarl for one prize, which is ridiculous. We have to find a way to summon more stage 2, because if we don't do it in time, we're done. They're gonna attack the next turn immediately after the knockout, because they got one energy already attached. They just need to evolve, which is very, very easy. We got the Mustard though. We have to basically stall on the bench. We need to pull off a Rare Candy and a Mustard if we can. It's better to do double stage 2 evolution. Mustard is the best because you're skipping all the evolution. You don't need Rare Candy, you just need to play Mustard. Fog Crystal, quite a smart card to play. Fog Crystal for Mew. But for Psychic Energy, I suppose. Yeah, it's probably for the energy and the basic. Because it helps you get your bench Pokemon, it helps you get your energy cards. Yeah, rather than playing Energy Surge, might as well play Fog Crystal, right? If you're putting Energy Surge in your deck, might as well have a Fog Crystal. Because it's a Mew VMAX. Max Miracle does, I think it does 130 for 2 Psychic. I think you actually need 2 Psychic Energies. But they have a Fusion Strike, it attacks all energies. So Fusion Strike actually works. And another Cramomatic. So many heads with the Cramomatic though, like, isn't that ridiculous? They're giving them so much advantage. I'm pretty sure the algorithm is very, very unbalanced. The algorithm is so tipped towards the meta decks. Is giving meta decks higher advantage. Higher chance of heads, higher chance of flipping heads with your coins, better hands, stuff like that. I mean, as if they are not overpowered already with those abilities and attacks. They're so strong compared to all those non-meta decks and one price decks. But we're playing a dark type though, we should be winning because we're hitting the weakness. So we can collect 3 price cards if we knock out a Mew VMAX right now. But we need another energy though. We don't have our Raihan, so it's not possible. If we got a Raihan, we can actually do a Rare Candy Evolution and get that extra energy running. But we didn't get it, so we're just gonna get our Meowth. We're gonna play that, scoop it up, and then try to hit for some damage. I think. Oh, we are not gonna scoop it up. Okay, because the active one is gonna get. We're preparing for a knockout on the active, so that we get to save, have another Meowth on the bench basically. So we're not attacking this turn. We're trying to Rare Candy evolve the other one, but it failed because we have no Rare Candy. No Incense. No Incense as well. But we get to summon another Grimmsnarl on the next turn. So it's gonna be a long delay. It's gonna be a bit... we're gonna have to wait a while until we get to play our Mustard. Sorry, until we get to attack with the Grimmsnarl. Because we have no energy cards attached to the bench right now. And they can very easily boss order the Impidimp. So we have to wait a few turns. Which actually sucks. They got 4 Genesects, no 𝘿𝑗𝑚. No more 𝘿𝑗𝑚, which is good news. So they got their last Fusion Strike energy attached. 140 damage, they can't knock us out though. They can't knock out Grimmsnarl with 140 damage. So knocking out the first 𝘿𝑗𝑚 actually does a lot because they have 2 Fusion Strike energy attached. That means we're discarding their Fusion Strike, their energy card, their special energy, and they can't actually shuffle it back. So they're only doing a max of 140 damage now with 𝘿𝑗𝑚. And that's not enough to knock out Grimmsnarl, obviously. Unless they have Power Tablet. They actually can play Power Tablets, I forgot about that. So we got another, they boss ordered the Impidimp, which is expected. We got another Grimmsnarl with the Mustard, which is great. If they play another boss order, I don't know what to do. Should we play a Quick Ball? I don't know. I don't think we can, because we have 2 bench, if they knock us out right now, we have 2 bench Pokemon. If we bench another one, we have 3, so we can't do it. We can't knock out the Mew with 100 damage. We're doing 200 damage with the weakness. So it's not enough. We need to have 2 bench Pokemon. They did Max Miracle though. They didn't do Cross Fusion Strike, which is quite silly. They should have done Cross Fusion Strike. I think they were expecting us to do... They weren't expecting a one-hit knockout, but we can actually do it though. We can actually do a one-hit knockout if we have... they gave us a Rose Tower, so if we get our Scoop Up Net with Rose Tower, we can actually do 240 damage multiplied by 2. I think they were being arrogant. They were being super arrogant by basically using Max Miracle. They could have used Cross Fusion Strike and then retreat to another Mew VMAX, attack with Cross Fusion Strike again. So that was quite silly. It's quite silly that they didn't do that. So I think I was checking if I had more Grimmsnarl. I have to use... I don't think I have any more Grimmsnarl in the deck. So one is in a prize probably. And so... yeah, there we go. So we had to use a Bruno to get our Scoop Up Net. And we got the Scoop Up Net. So we're doing a knockout right now. We actually did it. And we got experience share as well. So they are so dead. They are so dead. We got the perfect hand with the Bruno. 4 cards. Just because we discarded with Meowth. Meowth actually helped us draw more cards with Bruno. And we drew out our experience share and Scoop Up Net, which is all we need. That's all we need. And we got energy cards for the next turn as well. And now we just need to do either a Genesect or a Mew VMAX knockout. They can't attack with Genesect because they don't have enough energies. And they're forced to attack with Mew because they have no more Fusion Strike. Elisa's not gonna work. So we won the game with a Grimmsnarl. We won the game with a final knockout, doing 240 damage multiplied by 2. We got a Raihan as well, single strike energy. We're doing so much damage. 520, I think. And we get to do a rod. We get to do... I think I was being a bit... I was being a bit of a bitch here, because I could have just ended the game, but I decided to just keep playing. We got an Impidimp as well from this one. And we get to do Galarian Meowth, Evolution Roar. I think they were hoping for us to bench more Pokemons. That's why they haven't conceded yet. They were hoping for us to bench 3 Pokemons and forgot about the condition. But we didn't. So let's go for the next one. Against a metal deck. Metallic Missile. Shaker Key. Shaker Key. We got Meowth. We only have 3 copies of each basic in this deck, so it's quite likely to draw... is as likely to draw your Meowth as it is to get your Impidimp on your first turn as your first active. We got Quick Ball for Impidimp, but it appears we have a bad hand. It appears we have a shit hand because we have no support cards, no Mustard, no Rare Candy. We got a really bad hand. But we are persevering against a Zacian metal deck, a meta Psycho meta deck. Got Impidimp to start with, which is okay. Let's hope they don't boss order knock us out. I don't know what to do if they boss order us. If we get a Rare Candy though the next turn, it would help us a lot. We have 4 copies, so we may be able to top deck one. Let's hope we top deck a Rare Candy. If they boss order now, there's no hope. If they boss order now, there is no hope. We should have prepared another Impidimp, because they can very easily just boss order. I wanted to get another Meowth though. If they knock out the active Meowth, we can get another Meowth. So they Marnie us, so we can't hope for the Rare Candy now. Oh well, Marnie could actually help us draw the supporter card. Play a Mustard even, if we get another Meowth. Okay, we got nothing. We got nothing with the Marnie. We got back the Incense, another Incense. So if we top deck a Rare Candy, we can still do it. We got Energy card as well. Rotom Phone. Air Balloon. If we can, by some miracle, knock out this Zacian right now, we can actually deny them the energy, cut off their energy cards. So let's hope we get to do something. Get to play a Bruno. So we can't do anything else. We're gonna play a Bruno. Oh, we're actually attaching that because we want to get our Rare Candy badly. We got a Great Ball. Let's hope we get Grimmsnarl with a Great Ball. We got it. We got Grimmsnarl with the Great Ball, and we're gonna do a Rare Candy evolution. Yeah, we got to knock out. We're gonna bench the Meowth as well. I think. Did we bench the Meowth? I think we did. We get to knock out the Zacian. That's super satisfying. And we're gonna get another Impidimp. Get to play a Raihan if they knock us out. We killed the Zacian, look at that. Thank God they didn't have a Keep of Toughness, because it's not enough. 270 HP. They can actually put a cape and prevent the knockout, so we just need to hit it twice though. We just need to hit it twice. We can even use Play Rough to knock it out. They got Crystal Cave though, so we have to flip our heads for Play Rough. Or we can even use a Bite. We can use a Bite to knock it out. Bite and Rare Attack. They got a Cape now, so that's bad. They got no energies though. Not enough energies. They need energy switch. Metal Saucer. Can they get it out in time? Because we're definitely hitting them the next turn. We just need to hit it twice. We just need boss order. If we get boss order in time, we can actually do it. So I don't think we get to play Mustard though, because if we play Mustard, we can't do that much damage anymore. Because they're healing their Pokemon, we want to be hitting as high damage as possible. Tool Scrapper. Intrepid Sword. Let's hope they got no energies. No energies, that's good. That's really good. They used a Rotom Phone and they didn't get energy with the Rotom Phone. That's sad, isn't it? Top 7 cards of the deck and they got no energies. So, attach the Impidimp. And we can't use Mustard, so we're just gonna attack it with Rare Attack. And then, I don't think they can attack yet. they need Metal Saucers like mad. Yeah, oh, they conceded. So we won against Zacian V, a meta deck. Look at that. So now we're up against Beast GX with a fighting deck. He won the coin flip. So I think they're playing 𝘿𝓻𝓲𝓼 VMAX with 𝘿𝓚𝓲, 𝘿𝓚𝓲 VMAX, Little Dark Furies decklist. They got Experience Share and Raihan. So 𝘿𝓻𝓲 can actually attack very fast, because even though it needs 3 energy to do 190 damage, it can actually do bench damage as well, bench snipe, and it can attack fast with your Experience Share 𝘿𝓚𝓲 in the active, so it's quite dangerous. So there we go, 𝘿𝓚𝓲, 𝘿𝓻𝓲. And we got Rare Candy to start with, which is super lucky, but we got no supporter cards though, which is bad. We need at least a Research. We got 4 copies of Research. No Meowth, so if we get our Mustard, we can't play the Mustard. We have Marnie and Bruno though. Let's hope we get at least a Marnie. So they got 2 𝘿𝓻𝓲s and 2 Baltoy. A Zapdos as well. I think they were pretty sure we're not playing any V cards, right? Unless we have Crobat. So that's why they were thinking whether to bench the Crobat, whether to bench the Zapdos or not. But yeah, I guess they were emptying their hand. They were benching it to empty their hand so they get to draw more cards with Crobat. Apparently they had no energy cards, so they need to draw their energy out. Otherwise they're basically done, right? It's better just to attack with 𝘿𝓻𝓲 though. So we get to knock it out early, which is great because we get to reduce their energy. We get to basically remove that 1 energy without having to be bothered about Experience Share doing anything. So Experience Share is not gonna work. We got another Impidimp, another Rare Candy. If they don't Marnie us, we got another Rare Candy. I think they used a Marnie though the next turn. Pretty sure they used the Marnie. I don't think people allow you to play 2 Rare Candies in a row. It's way too lucky. It's way too lucky. Let's see if we can pull it off. So they're taking quite a long time. Yeah. We can actually boss out of the Zapdos. We can knock out, we should boss out of the 𝘿𝓻𝓲 though. 𝘿𝓻𝓲 can do a lot of damage. So we should be more afraid of the 𝘿𝓻𝓲 than the Zapdos. We have only 1 boss order, so we can't waste it. Research. 𝘿𝓻𝓲 is not doing anything for this game. They can still do Hunting Claws if they have like Zigzagoon, but they can't do it. They can do Hunting Claws on Meowth. Oh, we actually get to do double Rare Candy. We did it. We did double Rare Candy, which is quite insane. And we got Research. So we got the perfect hand. We got the perfect hand. Should we have discarded something with Meowth? I think we should have discarded something. We got a Quick Ball though, so that's fine. Quick Ball is gonna help us. And they got 𝘿𝓻𝓲𝓼𝓵𝔂 to prevent us from healing damage counter placed by 𝘿𝓚𝓲. So that's quite smart, but Stadium card is quite bad though, because your opponent is very likely to play Path to the Peak or any Stadium cards of their own, Training Court, Turf Field, Sirchester Buff. What other Stadium cards are there? Old Cemetery, so many Stadium cards, but yeah, it's very likely Tower of Waters, Tower of Darkness, Rose Tower, so many towers. So Dina Tree Hill is not really that good because your opponent is very likely to pull their Stadium cards with the Drizzile, Shady Dealings, and they can easily heal their Pokemon by kicking out your Dina Tree Hill. And we get to play another Mustard. I think we have it in the deck though. We're gonna check right now. Yeah, we got another Grimmsnarl, so we're gonna do another Mustard right now. We get to recycle the ability as well with the Scoop Up Net. So I think we discarded the Pokemon first, 2 of the Pokemons. We get to discard the Research with a Quick Ball, and then scoop it up, attach energy. It's better to discard the energy though, so I think we scooped it up and discarded something. I don't know what we did really. I think we have to Quick Ball for another card. We have to discard a card from the deck. We have to discard a Meowth, I think. Because we don't want to attach energy. We don't want to be attaching energy right now. We want to be attaching to the Grimmsnarl after using the Mustard. Because that would be ideal. We won't be wasting our energy attachment for the turn. And we got to play Mustard. Another Mustard for another stage 2 immediately after the first one gets knocked out, which is insane. We got the energy, we get to attach that, and if they play Fan of Waves, Crushing Hammer though, I'm pretty scared. Quite scared of those cards. And we got 260 damage in. They can't attack with anything else, they have to attack with the same one. They have no other options unless they play like Energy Switch or something. So here comes another VMAX. Oh, it's a Claydol. They don't have a VMAX. I don't think they have a VMAX. I think it's in the price card. Oh, their last VMAX is in the price card. That's sad. They should play more VMAXs. Experience share. Yep, that was what I was talking about. Super fast. Because you get to attack immediately. 190 damage every single turn. Raihan, you need Raihan though. Another Claydol. I think they were trying to thin out their deck to get the Rod, because they need to Rod back the active right now. Rod back the VMAX and then get the Incense. They need to save the Incense though. It's better to save the Incense, right? I don't know why they're evolving the Claydol, because it's doing nothing. Claydol is basically doing nothing, because we're not even weak towards fighting type. Ancient Imprint is not going to do enough. It's a 2-hit knockout strategy. So Claydol is only good against VMAXs and V-Decks. Even V-Unions and V-Stars. But V-Star is not out yet, so let's just focus on the current format. I think we played a Bruno. I'm not sure. We actually have to summon another Grimmsnarl, so I think Research is better, because we need Rod now. We need to Rod back the Grimmsnarl, get another Impidimp. We should be playing Rare Candy though, because we just benched that one. So I think, oh, we get to do it. We get to Raihan for a Rod, and then, oh, we need an Incense though. I think we got Incense from the price card. So we just need an Incense or a Rod in our hand, so that we get to Raihan to search for the other card. And then all we need is to attach one energy and we're good to go, because we have everything. We have all the missing pieces except for Incense. So we need either Incense or Rod in our hand. They can just play a Marnie though and totally destroy us, so I'm quite worried. Raihan is gonna help us a lot. If we can survive, if they don't use a Marnie the next turn, if our hand can survive the next turn, we may be able to pull it off if we draw Evolution Incense from the prize card. Because we got quite a lot prize, I think. I think we were trying to prepare for a mustard. I don't know what we were trying to do. If we prepare for a mustard, they're gonna boss order though. We can actually boss order knock out the Grimmsnarl on the bench. So we can't afford to play a mustard. We have to play a Raihan. We have to Raihan for a Rod before using the mustard anyways. So it doesn't make sense to discard now. It's better to discard next turn because we have to use Raihan first before playing the mustard. Otherwise we won't be getting our Rod, right? We have to get the Rod first. So no VMAX, they're done. Zapdos. They got 3 prize cards left, but we got quite lucky though, because they didn't have the VMAX. We got the Rod and we got the Rod and the Incense. Oh, we did need to use the we don't need to search the deck, but we need to use the Raihan for the extra energy. We need the extra energy. So we got 2 in the discard pile, so let's just shuffle back 2. We got 2 extra ones. So now we get to play Raihan and Incense. I don't know what we searched for. We don't have to search for anything. We got a boss order. Grimmsnarl, Rare Candy, and then single strike energy, knockout the 𝘿𝓻𝓲𝓼𝓵𝔂. Yeah, we did it. Thank God. We won the game. We won Little Dark Fury. So that's all for this deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's called the Grizzly Grappler, featuring our Fusion Strike Grimmsnarl with the rare attack doing 240 damage for only 2 energies if you have 2 or fewer bench Pokemon. So we are playing our Meowth and Mustard in this deck. So Mustard to summon our Stage 2 card, Rare Candy Evolve, and also Stage 1 we got 1 Morgrem in this deck, Level Ball summon, and we also have Great Ball, 4 Evolution Incense, 1 Great Ball, and 4 Rare Candies to evolve it fast. We have 4 Mustards and 3 Galarian Meowth to discard our hand so that we get to play this card. And we have our regular supporter cards. We have Raihan and Experience Share to fast charge our next Grimmsnarl so that we get to attack non-stop with 2 energy attack costs. We have no 𝘿𝓚𝓼 in this deck, so we need Raihan and Experience Share. We have 1 Hiding Energy, 2 Single Strike, and 8 Basic Darkness Energy. So we need Basic Energy for our Raihan and Experience Share to work. And we also have 1 Bird Keeper, 3 Scoop Up Net to switch our Pokemon and also to basically empty our bench so that we get to have 2 or fewer Pokemons on our bench to activate the effect, the extra damage effect for our Grimmsnarl. If we want to do 240 damage, we need to have only 2 or less Pokemons on our bench. If we have more than that, we're only doing 100 base damage with this attack, so make sure you're aware of that. We also have 3 Level Ball, 3 Quick Ball, and 1 Great Ball for the basic summon. We have 1 Rod to shuffle back our Pokemon. We have 1 Boss Order for the extra special effect. We have our regular supporter cards, 4 Research, 2 Marnie, 2 Bruno, 1 Bird Keeper, 4 Mustards for the draw. Mustard can actually help you draw 5 cards as well. You have to empty your hand before using this card. So we have 3 Meowth to help us use the Mustard card. We have 3 basic Impidimp, and also 4 copies of our Grimmsnarl Stage 2 card. We need to be pulling out this card as fast as possible every single turn. That's why we have so many Mustards, so many Rare Candies, and so many Incense to pull off a turn after turn summon of our Stage 2 card. We need to be summoning it and attaching energy, Experience Share so many times, so many cards at the same time. over and over and over. Otherwise, we can't attack without stop. We have to attack every single turn with this card. Otherwise, this deck is not that powerful anymore. So that's what we want to be achieving, and that's what we have already achieved, as you saw in the gameplays earlier. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you find our videos interesting, entertaining, or fulfilling in any way. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, and bye for now, lovely people. Tune in for the next one for more cool new combos featuring new cards from Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies Pokemon Celebrations. Today we are featuring the new Fusion Strike Grimmsnarl with our Meowth all the way back from Rebel Clash, and also the Battle Styles Mustard card. Single Strike Style Mustard allow you to pull out any Single Strike card from your deck, inside your deck, onto your bench. If you have no other cards in your hand, you get to play this card and then immediately bench a stage 2 without skipping all of the evolution, without having to evolve with the Rare Candy. So that's how strong this card is. You can even pull out a VMAX with this card, but we're using this for our Grimmsnarl to summon an extra card at stage 2 to prepare for the next attacker. So we want to be attacking non-stop without break, chainless attack with this super strong Mustard card, and we can actually pull it off with our experience share as well. Raihan helps us Rare Candy evolve the next Grimmsnarl if we don't get our Mustards. If we can't play Mustard, we can still use Raihan for a Rare Candy evolution. So that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Have a great day, and bye for now, lovely people.